Hello there, Jose Rodriguez, aka J. Toolman 1949. I am back here to share some of the little projects that I have made, basically creating tools that I needed that are unavailable for purchase, or you simply need them on the spot and you just have to create them because you just don't have what you need. And a lot of times I have to, design something to fit my specific purpose. Now, I will start by saying that I have two kinds of lathes. I have the Asian made 7 by whatever, either 7 by 10, 7 by 12, 7 by 14. They all basically are the same type of spindle. So they hold a chuck via a flange, and that is bolted on, and that's it. And then the other type is the TAG, or TAIG micro lathe, and I have a lot of experience with that particular lathe. I've had one from way back from the point they started manufacturing them, and they have a slightly different spindle. It's threaded, and it is a 3/4 16 thread. So that gives me the luxury to buy these little threaded inserts from the company and then use these. These are solid steel, basically from, I think it's like 1 inch diameter stock. It's been pre-bored and pre-threaded internally for the 3/4 16 spindle. So that fits right into your TEG micro lathe or TEG mini mill. And if you saw my earlier video where I show you the homemade or shop-made mini mill that I made out of TEG components, this fits directly on it. Now, I could turn one into an arbor for end mills. As you can see here, this is basically one of these that I then machined with a hex face. I think this is going to be like a 1 inch hex. Then it's tapered slightly. I have a set screw to hold the end mill in place, and this is a 1/4 inch diameter hole. It has been drilled slightly undersized and then reamed with a 1/4 inch reamer to a perfect fit. It is literally a vacuum fit. Same thing here. I made one to hold 1/2 inch end mills. The same design, same concept. Now I needed to make a little arbor once, and this was going to require a specific, I think it's 3/8 20, and I needed to have this for one project. I don't really remember what it was, probably to hold a blank of some sort. So I made it for the TEG. I drilled, bored it, and then threaded it internally 3/4 16, and this works perfectly. I put in my blank and I screw it in, and it has been undercut here so that it sits perfectly flat against the blank, and then I can use that blank to either index certain cuts, make a gear out of it, whatever I may wish. I made a fly cutter out of aluminum. This is a steel shank. It has a flat for a set screw, and this will fit perfectly into this arbor, as you can see. The cutter goes here, and I can proceed to do fly cutting. Now, this is one of those things that you can just buy pretty cheaply, so there's no need to really make one, but I just wanted to make a specific one when I was doing my I did a very long 12-hour 3-part or 3-piece DVD set where I actually followed or took you through the steps of how I made that shop-made milling machine, and then at the end I show you how to operate it and I demonstrate all the different cuts that it can make. And that was quite a successful project. I have here a little arbor. It's a 1/2 inch diameter arbor, and it holds very thick slitting blades. It can be used to cut keyways. You can use a woodruff cutter on it if you so wish as well. And it's just simply a slug of aluminum. This was a one-time use item that I had made for a specific project. I just kept it. Here is a 3/16 arbor. This will fit the TEG tailstock, which is threaded, and I can put a specific tooling here that is 3/16 inch diameter shank. Here's yet another little arbor. I make these every time I need something new. This was for a specific job as well. Here's yet another one. As you can see, you can just make these out of round stock. I make them out of steel for durability. Here is a 3/4 16 Arbor for the tag. This will fit my home shop made mini mill perfectly. And I can use the slitting blade to cut slots. I could even create screws that way and cut the slots with the slotting blade. Here's a mini version of it with a slightly thicker blade. And again, these only took just a few cents of scrap metal to create. And this would be a tool that you would have to, literally buy for, $10, $15 possibly. And here I have a Lathe Dog. A Lathe Dog is used to drive a piece of work when you mount it between centers. And this is kind of a neat little job that I made. Did not have one for my tag, and so I went ahead and made one. 3/4 16 thread, piece of round steel, about 5/8 inch thick, nice and sturdy. And these two drivers here are simply keyways that you buy at the regular home or hardware store. Now here's an ambitious little project. I made a boring bar, adjustable boring bar. And you basically mount this on the mill vertically and use it to vertically bore holes. It's got gibs here. You can see the gibs. It's got the 3 gib adjustment screws. It's got the locking screw for the head movement, and it's dovetail, as you can see. And you basically adjust it for diameter by turning this little feed screw here, and that will move the head out of concentricity, in other words, out of the mill's spindle axis. And you could do about an inch diameter hole with this very accurately. Here's the little cutter. Here's a set screw to hold the cutter in place. Okay, so these were just a few projects that I wanted to share with you. If you're interested, please contact me and I will then create more videos of this type. And of course, if you like it, please like it and please subscribe. My channel is just starting out and I really need the support of you viewers to get started. Alright, so until the next time, happy machining. Bye-bye.